Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my April favorites journal with me, and I'm really excited for this one. I think it turned out quite well, which I didn't expect, but let's get into my favorites for April. We're going to start off with my April hyperfixation, which was Heartstopper. The show came out on Netflix, and I actually bought the first volume and read the first volume before watching this show, but I did not know the show was volumes 1 and 2. Whoops, I now have read volumes 1 through 3. Can't find 4 anywhere. Love that for me. I'm going to be using these cute Heartstopper stickers from a small business called Kira's Art Co. I will leave it in the description box below. She has so many cute things, Marvel and Taylor Swift inspired stuff. Go check it out. After reading the comics and binging the show about 7 times, I think, Nick Nelson is absolutely one of my biggest comfort characters now. I would absolutely do anything for that little rugby boy. If you take away anything from this video, please go watch Heartstopper on Netflix. A favorite that I forget to write down in this video is 911. It came back for the continuation of season 5, I think, and it's one of the only shows that I keep up with weekly other than 911 Lone Star, which is also a favorite. But something about 911 is amazing to me, no matter how cheesy it gets, and just the found family in that show is everything to me, and so is Evan Buckley. I just love that show. And I did write 2521, which I talked about in my last favorites video when I binged the show, but it did end in April, so I continued it in my favorites because the finale, no spoilers, but oh my gosh, they have to pay for my therapy bills after that ending. I can't do it, but it's still one of my favorite shows I think I've watched in a really long time, so that's why I still added it. And I also wrote down Love Island season 4 because that is what I was watching when I was doing my small business stuff. I had a little reality TV moment. I watched Love Island for the first time in January, I think, when I watched Love Island season 6. And then in February, I watched Love Island season 5. And I don't know, I was feeling in the mood for it when I had to do all of these orders and stuff. So I put on Love Island, and it was such a good time. That reality show is just different than the rest. I don't know, it's so entertaining. I had these Harry Cello stickers that I bought from another small business that I will leave in the description. They are the cutest. I almost forgot that I had them, and I bought them specifically to put in an April favorites page because Harry Styles performing at Coachella was iconic, and I almost forgot, but don't worry, I add him in somewhere at one point. Anyways, I'm just so excited for Harry's House coming out in a few weeks. I'm screaming. Another favorite that I am currently cutting up, Moon Knight, which is the newest Marvel show on Disney Plus. I was so busy that it was kind of hard to watch it and keep up with it. But I love it. I love Oscar Isaacs. He is everything. And it was just so good. And Ethan Hawke, don't like his character, but I love Ethan Hawke, so I was extremely excited for this show. And then I'm going to be writing Impractical Jokers as a favorite. And when I get into certain moods, I need the comedy in my life, so I'll continue where I left off with Impractical Jokers, and I did watch a lot of them in April. They have to be some of my faves. Like, no matter what, no matter how sad I am, if I put on that show, I will be laughing my butt off. So shout out to them. Q is my favorite, in case you're wondering. And I think the last TV show favorite that I have down is Outlander season 6. I do have to say that this season was probably my least favorite season of Outlander, but it's Outlander, so it will always be one of my favorites, if that makes any sense. Another show that you have to be watching if you haven't already, like, what are you doing? It's up there with Game of Thrones and Last Kingdom and Money Heist for me as like the best TV shows I've ever seen. So get on that ASAP Rocky if you haven't seen that show. Please, please, please. And also Fergus Fraser, I'm sorry that they did your character dirty like that. I love you to the moon and back. And I was low-key also still in my Bridgerton era, but I didn't put that down anywhere in here. I rewatched season 2 for a third time with my mom because she was watching Bridgerton for the first time. And I was still thinking about Anthony and Benedict Bridgerton for most of this month. And this is where I'm writing down my favorite medias of the month, like TV shows. I don't think I watched many movies that were new to me. And then you're going to see that I'm going to make this little tag for the books that I read, since usually I like to write down the books that I've read in that month. I needed the tag because I think I read a total of 16 books, probably the most books I've ever read in a month. I read a bunch of Kindle Unlimited books, which was very helpful. Very, very helpful. When I couldn't sleep, that's what I did. So that's probably why I read so many. Let me give you a rundown. I read The Viscount Who Loved Me. I think that's what it's called. It was Anthony's Bridgerton book. And then I read A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime by Monica Murphy, which is one of my new favorite books. I'm obsessed. And then for my Kindle reads, I read the English Prep series by S.J. Silvis, one of my new favorite series. Shout out to Ellie for giving me the recommendation. I'm obsessed, especially the last book is my favorite, and Eric is one of my new favorite book boyfriends. And then I read S.J.'s other 2 books, which was the St. Mary's Duet, and those were really good. Also, there are a bunch of trigger warnings for her books, so look those up if you need to be aware of them. And then I read Heartstopper Volume 1 because I needed to get prepped for the show. Oh, and I also read Bully by Penelope Douglas, which was a recommendation from one of my friends on Instagram, and that was really enjoyable. I can't wait to continue with that series. And then I randomly picked up this Kindle Unlimited book, King of Corium, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I gave that book 2 stars. It was just too much. It was a bully romance, but it was too much for me. So that was just a personal taste. You might like it if you like that. And then I read Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score, which a new favorite book of mine, also recommended by Ellie. So good. And then I read Heartstrippers Volume 2 and then 3. And then another Kindle Unlimited rec from Ellie was I forgot the series name, but The Sinner by Kelsey Clayton. And then I got back into my Addicted / Calloway Sisters universe and read the first book in the Bad Rep duet, which is Garrison and Willow's story. And oh my god, spoiler alert for May, but I just finished the second book last night, and they have to be one of my new favorite couples next to Lily and Lo. I can't get over them. They are so perfect. So I had a really good reading month, and hopefully that continues in May. I basically got all of my recs from my best friend Ellie, so I'll be leaving her YouTube channel link below because she gives out the best recommendations. But that's it for my April favorites. Thank you for watching. See you on my next video. Bye!